Hey y'all, what's up? It's me. This is Jacosta Lester. In this video, I want to talk to you about what I feel a racket is. Okay. I feel that there are whole organizations to set up to break your things to offer a fix. Um, I feel like some services, if there's not a tangible of your own that's put back into good repair, then it's purely a racket. I just feel that way lately. I know that I know this is just my opinion, okay? But check this out. Let's say you got a bicycle and there's a bicycle repair shop. A person effectively comes in, like if it's difficult to prove how this thing broke, right? And you can take it in and get it fixed. Well, then that goes beyond like the physical. Like the spiritual racket is another type. But the physical racketeering seems to be this. Like anything that if it's not a tangible that is peripheral to yourself, um, if you can't keep your things in your own possession, I feel like it's a racket, um, especially when it involves innate and like innate tangibles. I'll call them that. So what am I saying? Okay, I made it up. That's pretty cool. All right, so this is a tangible that's peripheral to myself. I can pick it up. But the tangible that's innate is your body. So that when I'm like, yo, everything that's inside of me, if I need you to help me with it, I feel like you're a racket. I'm like, why? How come all this stuff, like for instance, let's say I'm able to talk, right? Then all of a sudden people just fall ill and now there's advocacy. I'm like, I don't like those people. If you aren't the church offering it, and that's another thing. Yeah, all right, I'm building this thesis as I'm going. No, real talk. If you aren't the people, the officers that God set in place to advocate for the people, then furthermore, I feel like you're purely a racket. I feel like you're purely a scam. Like, yeah, I think you can find your spiritual racketeers by finding who offers a service that's intended for God's people to offer to the world, and instead you offer it your way as worldly people trying to offer a service that only God's people can render. I believe that's a spiritual racket situation, and I believe you find the spiritual racketeers in the services that are used to help a person with their innate tangibles. So let's say you were able to walk, all right? Well, there's healers in the church, right? But any healer that's not a Christian that offers a form of healing, I believe they're a form of spiritual racket because they would either cover up the fact that Jesus heals or they would go and offer some solution that doesn't solve anything. And they would be involved in great deals of corruption just to keep themselves relevant as healers that aren't really good at it. So, anyway, that's what I'm going to say. All right. So, if you offer enhancements to the innate tangible, I believe you're a racketeer. The only persons that I feel like fix breakage correctly are people that are given the charge in the church, like they're given offices of actual healing. In other words, they're Christians. And the innate tangible is made better without the exchange of money to help you. Okay. Now, when there's an exchange of money, I feel like that's a racket too. And I believe that they're in cahoots with the spiritual racketeers. So, in other words, they would aid the spiritual racketeers in tormenting and targeting Christians and everybody else. So, I say all of that. I know this has been all over the place. But I feel like people have been taking advantage of people by breaking things and fixing them. That's my point. For instance, they move in as the as the criminal cartel that's breaking in houses all over the place. Then they go to work for ADT. They go install your security systems in your house after robbing that same house. um, all right. So repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Have a blessed and marvelous day. The innate tangible, or rather, the thing that, like, this is intangible, but safety. They offer safety when you were safe before they came into your neighborhood breaking in your houses. Like, well, I just I know I talk and I know sometimes I get off track, but I feel like I got a hunch here, man. I'm like, if they don't give you back your own things restored, then if they don't give you either something new, like something you bought outright, or your own things. And I feel like it's a pure racket, especially if they try to help you with your body. So and they aren't the church. So repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Have a blessed and marvelous day. Thank you for watching. You guys take care.